It's the 8 for 52 podcast, driven by Cricket Hong Kong China, back for Season 3. Yes, the 8 for 52 podcast, driven by Cricket Hong Kong China and proudly supported by Crick Buzz, is back. Bushy's back in town, and I'm glad to be here. We're going to do another podcast, episode 6 of Season 3, and it's going to be a big one. We've got lots of things to cover coming up. Of course, Jas will be back with the Crick Buzz quiz and the birthdays. We're also going to have a look at the upcoming fixtures this weekend, which will include the Women's All-Stars coming up Friday, Saturday and Sunday. 3 games, Jets versus the Balhinia Stars. Well, all the stars will be turning up for this one. We'll have a look at the team list now for the Jets and the Balhinia Stars, led by the captain, Natasha Miles, and also vice-captain, Maryam Bibi. Now, speaking of Maryam Bibi, she'll be joining us in the dugout later on in the episode to talk about her career in cricket. And speaking of people in cricket, we've got a brand new coach for the Hong Kong China women's side, Mamta Maven, and she's got a little message for us now.
I'm Mamta Maven, former captain of the Indian women's cricket team and now currently the head coach for Cricket Hong Kong China. All-Star is a very good opportunity. It's a premier tournament where the cream of Hong Kong women's cricket will be playing. And for me personally as a coach, it's a good exposure for me to see the depth of talent. I'm looking forward to the All-Stars tournament. Yeah, so for players also, it's a good tournament to showcase their talent. And since it's a premier tournament, it is a stepping stone for them in order to break through. So a good performance here will definitely catch our eyeballs. So as where players are concerned, it is a very premier tournament for them to showcase their talent. As a coaching staff, like I mentioned before, it's a good opportunity for us to gauge the depth and the talent that's available across Hong Kong, China.
All the All-Stars turning up this weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, all matches starting at 1:30 p.m. They'll be broadcast live on Cricket Hong Kong China YouTube. And we've got to get on with the show. We've got the results coming up very shortly. 4 weekends of results to get through. So Atif Hussain is going to come join me on the bench next. Let's have a look at all the weekend results from around Hong Kong. It's time to check all the results here on the 8 for 52 podcast from the last 4 weekends. And joining me, as always, Atif Hussain. Hello to you.
Hello to you, Buschy.
Well, so much to get through. So we didn't do all the tipping because I was away, unfortunately, and lots of series to get through. We're going to start with the women's tour. I think I'm going to start with Malaysia, where the Hong Kong China women's team went over to Malaysia.
Go for it.
4 games that they played over there in Kuala Lumpur, and starting on November 30. That one there was a big win for Malaysia, actually. A bit of a wake-up call to the women's side with their new coach, Mamta Maven. Malaysia winning by 50 runs. And then, next day, the big fight back. Hong Kong winning by a big margin of 7 wickets. A very good game, chasing that down with 8 balls to spare. And then we had a rest day, then another game. And then Malaysia won by just 1 wicket with 3 balls to spare. Bit of heartbreak there. Game 4, have a look at the card there. Of course, we got revenge and won that one by 7 runs.
We've been very revengeful in this tournament.
It's been good. I mean, you don't want to lose the first game and then keep losing. So lose one, get the revenge. Lose one, get the revenge. So the series was tied 2 apiece. And of course, then the team has returned and they'll be in the All-Stars this weekend.
Yes, they will.
Let's get on to our weekend cricket, Atif. I don't have any of it because I wasn't here. So where are we going to start?
I think we're just going to go with dates. I think I'm going to go 15 November 1st because
oh my goodness, that's a long time ago.
It is. And so I'm going to start with the Saturday game.
Okay.
Day 1 game between Lama and Yodas. And I think we both picked Yodas to win this one, and they certainly did.
I don't think we've ever not tipped the Yodas, and we get another tip right. Good on.
Yes. And in Division 2, Lancers played against Saracens.
I feel like we went with the Saracens in this one.
Yes, we did.
Now, it was a month ago. Why did we go with the Saracens? We had a feeling?
I don't know what we had, but we had it wrong because Lancers won that.
Yeah, whatever we were suffering from, we need to take some medicine. Okay.
Nomads played against Rising Stars in Division 1, and Nomads won that. USRC Lions played against Tartars, and I never go against starters, and they disappointed me this week as USRC Lions won that game.
Yeah, that was an interesting result.
It was. Strikers and Kaitak played a game at GDB for Saturday Championship Division 2, which
We
Again.
thought the Strikers had this.
Yes.
They did not.
it's so hard with Kaitak, with their pilots coming in, coming out.
I remember you saying that. They obviously all flew in for that one and had a good old win.
And followed by HKU playing against Centaurs. And Centaurs beat HKU in that one.
I somewhat remember the fact that I said if I don't tip the Centaurs, they'll finally get a win.
Yes, they did.
There you go. Thank you. You can thank me later, Centaurs.
And then again, on 15 November, we had Witherers playing against Cap Ramblers, their home derby at HKCC, which was won by Ramblers.
Now, I always get it wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Gap Ramblers were the ones that went up into Div 1. So the Witherers should have won that one.
Yes.
And that's who we went with.
Yeah.
And Gap Ramblers did me in again.
Okay, so then we're moving on to 16 November, and there was a Sunday League game between the Tony Turners, and USRC Elite. We were hoping for Tony Turners to win.
Now, it was about the time that everyone was back. So Bubba was playing for USRC, I'm assuming, if he was.
Yes, he was, and USRC USRC won. USRC Elite won that one. Opties in Division 2 were playing against Dragons.
Now, the Dragons were awful the game before this, so we didn't go with them,
No, we didn't.
and it was a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Dragons won that game.
By 22 runs. I mean, that's impressive. Dragons only scored 189.
Yeah.
This is at HKCC, so in 50 overs, bowled out before then, 189, and got a 22-run victory. Bowled the Opties out for 167. Well done, Dragons. Love to see it.
Yep. And another game in Division 2 was between Knights and Vagabonds. And the Vagabonds won that one.
Yeah, the Vagabonds, they're putting their hand up to try to go back into Div 1 here.
Yes, they are.
They did that in a canter, really. They bowled Knights out in 31.5, chased it down easy. What else we got?
Another Division 2 game between the KCC Infidels and Serendip Lions, which was won by Infidels.
Yeah, well done, Infidels.
Yep. And there were 3 women league game. First in Division 2, which was the Fireflies against the CCC Fongmong, won by the Fireflies.
Yeah, I got that one wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to go back on the Fireflies train.
And Division 3 had Lama Roses playing against USRC Eagles, which was easily won by the Lama Roses. And in Division 1, we had Wasps, the Saiwan Wasps, playing against the Lantau Ladies, and whom they beat comprehensively in
Well,
that game.
I think the Wasps have lost their one game of the year, and now they've got their train in motion.
Yep.
They're looking good.
That's it for that week. And
So what have we got? 3 more weeks to go.
yeah, I know. I feel tired already. Saturday, 22nd November, our DLSW Sky Warriors were playing against USRC Tuskers in Division 1, and they won that game. Sky Warriors, that is.
I don't think the Tuskers have won a game.
Not yet. Lama Cricket Club was playing against HKCC Witherers, and I was umpiring that game. It was one of the better games I've seen throughout the season. At one point, Witherers looked well in control, but there was this one catch at the boundary by Brenton McDonald, which changed the whole game.
Commentator Brenton.
Yes, our commentator Brenton, and the Lama won that game. We also had Crusaders playing against Jingsun. You tipped, and I tipped.
Crusaders. What happened?
Jingsun won.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yep. Thunder was playing against Saracens, and they beat Saracens in Division 2 of Saturday Championship, followed by a Hongsi loss to India Club All-Stars in Division 2. Then we move on to 23rd November, where we had the Sunday League game, the Division 1 game between USRC Elite and India Club Brahmas, which USRC again won.
Well, that's a big win because the Brahmas, of course, being very tough this year, and that has actually given the Brahmas their third loss
Yep.
out of 5 games, and USRC Elite looking pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. The Wanderers of HKCC played against PACC Elite in Division 1, and PACC won that game up at the hill. And we also had Templars playing against the Tony Turners, which,
This was at KCC. Tony
Yes.
Turners batted their full 50,
yes, they did.
234. Not a big score at KCC, but Templars just lacking the batting. Bowled out in 46.5, and Tony Turners won by 60.
Yes, they did. Then there were a few games of Women's League. First up was the Division 1, the big game of Sunrisers between Sunrisers and Willow Wielders.
Yeah, okay. So that was the one where I got off my Sunrisers train and went back to the never ever tip against Willow Wielders. How did I go?
Willow Wielders didn't make it. Sunrisers won that game.
Oh my goodness, what an embarrassment. Well,
Then-
it's good for the Sunrisers.
Yeah, it is.
And it's good for somebody to actually be able to beat the Willow Wielders because I didn't
Yes.
think
the
anyone would.
points table will look better now, I suppose, for all the teams. Then there was another Division 1 game between Wasps and Divas, which Wasps again won comprehensively. There was a Division 2 game between Serendip Lionesses against the Link Fireflies, which Fireflies won. And that was it for that week. Now I'm going to the Saturday 29th November week.
Okay.
And Jingson was again in action against the USRC Tuskers, which Jingson won.
Yep, won by 8 wickets. That was a canter here at Mission Road.
Yep. And then Yodas were again in action against HKCC Gap Ramblers. And Yodas won that game. Centaurs against IRC Charlie Bears in Division 2 of Saturday Championship, which was won by the Charlie Bears.
Yeah, the Centaurs got one win and then going back to their normal ways. The Charlie Bears winning by 6 wickets.
Yes, and the Pilots seems to be in town because they won their game against Lancers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they probably even needed the Pilots against the Lancers. They do struggle, let's be honest.
Yep.
Not as much as Saracens, but having a look at the table just on my phone here, it's shaping up to be a good season in Div 2 for Saturday.
Yes, it is.
Where are we on to
Very
next?
competitive, though.
Yes, that's what I like to see.
We are at 30th November, where we had just one Sunday League game in Division 2, which was between Opties and Infidels won that game.
They did it easy. They bowled. The Opties are really struggling.
Yes, they are.
They were bowled out for 103. This is at HKCC, bowled out in 27.5, and Infidels just lost the 3 wickets, chasing it down, winning by 7 wickets.
Yes, and then there were about 4 Women's League games.
Oh, yeah?
In Division 3, Pinay was playing against USRC Eagles and they won that game. In Women's Division 1, the Willow Wielders were in action against Lantau Ladies, and Willow Wielders, after their surprise loss against Sunrisers, were back to winning ways.
Yeah, they weren't going to lose that one, and they won it by 9 wickets.
Yes, and Wasps again played against Divas and won that game.
I'm just going to quickly talk about the T20 Div 1 table, because the Wasps, even though they've lost one, are looking good. 8 wins, just the 1 loss. Top of the table with 16 points. Nobody else has played 9, by the way. Willow Wielders have played 8, 5 and 2, and a washout for 11 points. And the Sunrisers right in the middle, 4 and 3 on 8 points. So Wasps are going to be hard to chase down here. It's sort of looking like it might be the Wasps and Willow Wielders battling it out at the top.
Yeah, it looks that way as of now. And then there was one more women game, which was in Division 2 of their league. Again, it was IC Velocity playing against KCC Maidens at Kamteen, which Velocity won easily. Then on 30th November, the big game we had, which was the Premier League one-day finals.
Yep, you were here. You were broadcasting it.
Yes,
Jay and Brenton on the comms. I was watching on from Bangkok while I was commentating.
Thank you for watching.
No problem. One of thousands, I'm sure. Tell us all about it. Looks like HKCC batted first. Were they put into bat or did they win the toss?
They won the toss and batted first.
Well, they batted well.
They batted well. And
New centuries. Cat with a 142, Ant with a 107.
surprisingly, I mean, I just don't wanna drag this, but the day before I was here, Kat was doing his coaching at Mission Road, and he comes up to me and he said, "What about the game tomorrow?" And I said, "No, you tell me what about the game tomorrow." He was like, "I'm gonna hit some sixes over there. I'm gonna hit some sixes over there, and I'm gonna get my third 100 in a row." So I was like, "Good luck with that." And comes the day, and he actually scored that 100.
He hit 6 sixes. So he told you that was coming and he got his century. So, but I mean, have a looking at the scorecard. Of course, I wasn't here. 2 centuries. And then the next best score is Luke Jones on 25. So thank goodness for HKCC's sake that Anch and the Cat were in some form. They got bowled out. It was the last over, but 324 for 10. Good score. But also Chaseable Pack have got a very good batting lineup. But what happened there?
They lost Zishan early. I think that was a setback. And then they kept losing their wickets regularly. And it was no way back. Though Yasim did try with the bat.
That top 4, only Zishan getting to double figures. Hafiz out for 8. Hamza Khan out for 5. Tariq Nawaz out for 3. So the damage was done early on trying to chase such a big score. Now, on this, because Yasim got a 79, and the next best score was by one Tanvir Afzal, who last time I was commentating a Pack game, I was told had left and moved to Pakistan.
I don't think he has.
Quite obviously he hasn't, because he played, but he wasn't playing that last game, and I'd heard on the grapevine he'd packed up and moved, but maybe he just flew back in.
Yeah, maybe he did.
A fly in, fly out, and didn't help.
Why not? It was the final.
Of course,
He's played in the league before, so he might just want to, give it one last shot. And he batted well. He bowled well as well. He was a top wicket taker as well.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that partnership once was broken, then there was no way back for them.
Yeah, falling 115 runs short. So HKCC Premier are the 2025 Cricket Hong Kong China one-day champions, the plod champions for this year. Well done to HKCC.
Yes, well done, HKCC.
We've got another weekend to get through?
Oh, yes, Buschy. There's on 6th December, Saturday, we had 3 Saturday games. And the first one was in Division 1, which was played between USRC Lions and IC Yodas. And
if we were here, we would have tipped the Yodas.
Yes, we would have.
And it would have been wise.
It would have been. Although our tipping in previous weeks has not been so good.
Basically, all of my tips that I got right are India Club Yodas, and that's it. But they're on top of the table. You know why? Because they've not lost a game. In Div 1, they are 9 matches, 8 wins and a washout. The only team in double figures, and they got 17 points already.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games. Like the second place Sky Warriors have only played 5 in comparison. So they've got time to catch up, but they are pretty powerful. Who else we got? We got some Saturday Div 2 games as well?
Yes, we do. So the DLSW Strikers were playing against Punjab Lions, and Punjab Lions won that game. Whereas HKU was again in action against Laguna Gully, and this time they won the game.
Now, we're talking about teams that are pretty strong. Punjab Lions have been looking good all season. They're on top of the table. 6 wins, 1 loss, and 1 washout. So they're topping. And Kaitak are in second. They haven't lost a game.
They haven't.
5 wins and a washout for Kaitak. The pilots getting it done. I like it. I'm now a Kaitak boy. So
I'm going to do the same. I
literally live in Kaitak, so I have to support them.
Oh.
So I won't be tipping against Kaitak in the upcoming fixtures for sure. What's next? Do we move to some Sunday games?
Yes, we do. So there were 2 Sunday elite games in Division 2 played on 7th December. First one was the Dragons back in action against Vagabonds. But after their win against the Opties.
They thought they were pretty confident with that one after that big win over the Opties. But the Vagabonds batting first scored 278 at PKVR Park. And the Dragons, they could only manage 63. So they won Vagabonds by 215.
Certainly. And then there was Optimists again in action against the Knights. but optimists surprised this time.
Well, they did. I mean, I wouldn't have tipped it the way they've been playing.
Yep.
I mean, they're in second place, the Opties. The way we've been talking about it, it was loss. I mean, they've only lost 2 games and lost 2 of them in the last 3 matches.
Yeah.
Vagabonds on top, looking to go back up in as well. So that's a good competition going on in Sunday Elite Div 2.
Yes, and that brings me to the final game of these fixtures.
I can
And
finally put the phone away.
yes, you
Because I was actually at this game.
can relax a little as
You were
well.
there? 2 days of red ball action at KCC. The Fincher Shield for 2025. It was HKCC up against KCC. KCC won the toss. Everyone looked at the pitch.
Yes.
They went, want to bat on this. KCC went out to bat, and I talked to Kinshit. He would have batted as well. But the Seamers, Adil Mahmood,
And Mohsin Khan.
starting it off and getting the damage done into KCC. And then later on, Danny Mapp switching ends. He was not good from the Austin Road end. So they moved him down to the pavilion end, picked up 3 wickets as well, and bowled KCC out for 174. 2-day game, that's not a problem. All that KCC needs to do is go out there, get 10 wickets, and go bat a second time. Easy, right?
Yeah.
How did it go for HKCC? All bowled out?
Yes.
No, they weren't.
Yes.
They were not bowled out at all.
Yeah, not bowled out, but then they were 9 wickets down. And
They might have bowled KCC out, but they certainly weren't bowled out by KCC.
Yes, they were 9 wickets down when the handshake happened, and they batted superbly, especially their top order. And amongst them, the 2 centuries from the plot.
I mean, lucky to get on the summary card, Antrim Runth, with an 82, because it's just overshadowed by one massive score by the under-19 Cricket Hong Kong China men's captain, Shiv Matta, 202. And I think he only played 2 false strokes. There was one that was skied up when he was at about 180, fell safe, and the one he got out on.
Yeah.
They're the only 2 things I can remember in what was almost a 200 ball batting effort. He had almost 150 runs in boundaries. This is a red ball cricket. KCC did not score 1 maximum.
And the time that he came on to bat, KCC were actually bowling well, and they had put pressure on HKCC batters, and he looked totally in control, which was great to see. But from the youngster, but it was actually a very, very, very good knock without any false shot.
And was the player of the match. Shout out to Samad Khan, who also was in town and playing for KCC. Top scored in that first innings with a half century. Yeah. He was the only one really fought hard. Azar's got a 48 as well, but the rest of the batters didn't turn up.
But I would like to talk about this one player who missed out on being the player of the match. I think the game was won when he bowled because there were a lot of drop catches on his bowling. It was Adil Mahmood. I think he bowled throughout the day. He bowled around 19 overs, cramping up, but I think he bowled really well in that game.
I went and asked at least 10 people who should be player of the match. You were the only one that said the guy that scored 200 should not be. Yes, it was brilliant bowling from Adil, but you're a brave man not giving the player of the match.
I would have given it to Shiv as well. The problem was the game was won, and by the time...
Yeah, see, I disagree, because it's that sort of game where, like, if Shiv hadn't batted and scored 200, KCC may have had the option to come back out, smash a 200, get a 150-run lead.
I mean, we can talk about assumptions and this could have happened. But what happened was that...
I agree.
174... But yes, again, I mean, it was a brilliant innings, as I've said. I think it was one of the best knocks I've seen a youngster play.
Typical bowler always wants to give the player of the match to a bowler. But it was Shiv Matta in the end, and I talked to him after the game. It was a great win by HKCC. They've now got lots of silverware. Yeah, they won the plod. They won the 2 days.
Yes.
Yeah, and they'll probably be a very good shout for the T20 Premier League coming up next year as well. Is that every single game that we've missed? And we got it all.
So if we have missed something...
We apologise. It was 4 weeks of results to get through. They were amazing. Great games. And coming up after In The Dugout, we'll have a look at this weekend's games as well. But it is time for In The Dugout. And joining us, of course, will be the Hong Kong China women's vice-captain, Maryam Bibi. We're in the dugout with the who's who of cricket in Hong Kong. Yes, we're in the dugout for episode 6 of the 8 for 52 podcast, and our guest today is the vice-captain of the Hong Kong China women's side. It is Maryam Bibi. Maryam, thanks for joining us on the podcast.
No worries.
Now, in the dugout, we go through your backstory to get us to why we're sitting here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground today. Born July 19, 2003, right here in Hong Kong. Tell us a little bit about growing up in Hong Kong.
I was born in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is a great city, I would say. But of course, cricket is not that prioritized and well-known sports in Hong Kong. But Hong Kong is well-known for soccer, football, and everything. So I love sports in the starts. So I was joining every sport.
Were you playing sport at school or also like in clubs or just at school?
I started playing in school first. Like I joined football team in start, and then in primary school we have boys team for cricket. So I was interested in cricket because my dad loves cricket. So I just joined it. And
how old were you then?
I was like 9 years old, and I joined boys team, and I didn't know anything about cricket. I just know how to get them injured, I would say, because I love throwing the ball really hard. So the boys really got impressed by my throwing. That's why I continue this sport, because it's a lot of aggression, I think. And me, myself, as a personality-wise, I have a lot of aggression. So when I joined that, I continued it through my secondary school. And my secondary school have girls cricket team. But it was different to boys in primary school, because primary school was more about table, but secondary was hardball. The first time I played hardball was with my secondary school teammates.
So you were playing only school cricket at this point. Did you then move and join a club here?
Once I joined secondary school cricket team, in Form 1, there was a coach called Nafi. He was the coach there, and he just invited me oh, do you want to play cricket? And I was like, yeah. And then he put me in Saiwan Cricket Club, and that's how I joined the club cricket.
And you're still there to this day, still
Yes.
at the Ascot Saiwan team. Let's move forward to when you were 15, so still in high school, not with that Form 4 perhaps.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you've made it to the Hong Kong China women's team. Where was the debut?
The debut was in Thailand, 2019, and it was my first game against UAE. I remember bowling the first over and having that so much pressure situation. But overall, how I said, I take it a game as a game. I don't take it oh, I'm in Thailand or blah, blah, blah. But it was overall a good game for me. I was pressurized, but I was take it as a game. But I was more of aggression person.
Quite a few people in the dugout, their debut game is overseas, and you was 15 at the time. Was that nervous as well, having to go overseas? I don't know if you've been overseas before, going to Thailand. How was all that?
I think that was my first tour and first time going away from my family. I was emotional in the start because I thought I can't stay away from my family. So starting days were emotional and being oh, I miss my family. But my teammates were one of another family. They treated me as a kid and like a sister. So I felt oh, I have another family in the team also. So I was kind of nervous for the games. But overall, they supported me so well that I felt oh, calm down. It's just a game and have fun. Enjoy the cricket.
So you, 15, make your debut, 4 years later.
Yeah.
You're vice captain of the team. So a very quick progression. What, in that time, since 2019 to today, what's your favourite memory of international cricket?
In 4 years, my favorite memory will be in Uganda, hitting 3 sixes. I never can forget this memory. It just pops out whenever I come to the cricket ground. I'll be you gotta be calm and take responsibility. How I take in Uganda. So this is my best and favorite memory.
I remember seeing an Instagram post. I think somebody in the dugout was filming as you were smashing them, and as you won, they all were screaming and running onto the ground. Yeah, I remember it vividly. You've played for 6 years now internationally, and we ask all our guests this same question. Who is your favourite international cricketer? Doesn't matter if you've played with them, played against them, or you just like watching them on TV. Who was your inspiration growing up? Somebody like that.
If I just say my favorite player, there's Australia women's cricket team, Alyssa Perry. I just love how calm she is, how she take cricket like calmly and focusing on herself instead of others and taking that responsibility for her team. So I love watching Alyssa Perry. And in Hong Kong, I think Mariko was the one because he was a quite famous name in Hong Kong when I just joined in. So I really loved watching Mariko. And second would be Shaz because she was Taiwan cricket captain and she used to bowl Yorkers at me in the net in the first day of training. And I was like, whoa, this is awesome. Like, this is scary. But then I loved how she guided me through the years, like in Taiwan, like building me as a leader also, and she helped me a lot, like Shaz. Also Mariko, I just love watching her batting in national team. So Mariko was the one that I really look forward to, and Shaz.
Here's a useless stat for you. You and Mariko have played exactly the same amount of World Women's T20I games, 82, both of you. So each time you play, whoever gets to play and somebody gets injured, they'll go ahead. But if you keep both being fit and both playing, you're both going to have the same amount of games.
Wow, it's awesome. Like, I didn't know about the stats, but wow, I played the same games as her.
We talked a bit about the Asphodel Saiwan Wasps. You're now in charge of those ones. You're the captain?
Shaz is the captain and I will be vice captain.
Okay, so playing domestically at the moment as well. How's the team looking?
Oh, we have new players coming up, and we have now Yasmin Daswani from KCC because her team went Division 2, so she joined us. And our team is looking pretty strong, and we have some new girls from Hip War School, and we are trying to build the youngsters up also. So I think our team is pretty strong, so be aware of it.
It does seem incredibly strong, almost bullying this more. Now, while you're playing domestic cricket, coming up, you've got some international tournaments to go to as well?
Yes, we have like Bhutan coming up. We are going Bhutan in January. And I think we also have home series in December in Hong Kong. So we are looking forward to that matches also. But we still have time. So we'll focus on our club level games first and bring the learning forward. Yeah.
You're still so young. And not just international games that you play, you also, much like our previous In The Dugout guest, Mariko Hill, played fair break for the Tornadoes. Can you tell us a bit about playing fair break?
Okay, so first year when we play fair break in Dubai, I think, me and Tash were in same team. And we were pretty excited about it because new faces and stars like Sophie Devine, Stephanie Taylor, kind of nervous, like their skills are more than us, like every player has that. But I was like, take it easy and learn from them. And they were very helpful. Like Sophie Devine, when we had range hitting, she trying to help me with my skills and teach me how to hit it hard. And that time my bat was quite heavy. So she's like, this is not good for you. You should change your bat. So I was like, oh, this is a great advice because the bat is the most important thing for batting. So I just changed my bat afterwards and I see myself like, oh, the bat is so light for me. So I think they were pretty much helpful for us, like guiding us and teaching us, helping us with our fielding knowledge. And when I was fielding with them, I think they were very supportive and they had plans for bowling. Like they were helping us, like if, for example, like if you want to bowl off stump, we'll cover offside and like that. So it shows us that planning is very important. So I think one of the things I learned from fair break will be how to plan my bowling field set, I would say. So it helped me and I take this from them and put it forward in all my games now.
From fair break and also playing internationally against big teams as well, do you get starstruck? Do you go out there and see, and especially if you're playing against somebody that you've thought of as a hero, do you get starstruck or you're like, I'm going to get this person out. I want this wicket or I want to score runs off this person?
When I'm on field, I think I won't. Like, I'll be like, I'm going to take you. Like, I don't care.
I figured that was going to be your answer because you're saying how aggressive you like to be on the field.
Because I don't care. Like, I think if I get your wicket, it's awesome. If you smash me, then smash me again. But I'm gonna take you. I don't care star you are. But off the field, yes, I have like, oh, I really want like take a photo or just have a chat. But in the field, I'll be like Maryam Bibi. Yeah.
You've just recently finished university studying a sports management degree and now got a full-time contract for Cricket Hong Kong China. But before that, how hard is the balance in an associate cricket team if you're not on a full-time contract, you're going to university, trying to pay the bills? Is it a tough thing to do?
Yeah, I think it's pretty tough. Like that's something passion comes. Like if you can manage it, how will you manage it? The main thing is because my university was like for example, we have training like 6 p.m. in CCC we used to have, but my studies like it ends at 6 p.m. So I need to run and go to training. But thankful our coaches are very understanding about the school things. So I would run to go trainings and I'll make sure I balance my studies with it. So if I have a free time, I'll make sure I study. And if I have like cricket trainings, I'll make sure I go to cricket trainings also. But I need to focus school more than cricket. This was my thinking. But then I was like, I'll continue my passion. I won't give it up because this is the hard time. If I pass the hard time, we'll get an easy time also. But now, like how we got full-time contract and finishing my studies in higher diploma, I'm planning to like once cricket is like, I'm like, oh, I can manage with my bachelor degree, I'll start back school. But for now, I will like take a break from studies and focus on cricket first because I have important tournaments coming up. So I'm just like, let me focus on cricket now. Yeah.
How far does he see your future in cricket going?
That's a good question because cricket is a sport where you don't expect injuries. So thankfully, I'm fit, but I want to play more like 10 more years. Like I want to keep going, I'll be honest, because I love cricket a lot. So I can't say how many years I'll go like keep playing, but I hope I stay till like 15, 20 years more.
All of us here in Hong Kong hope exactly the same. Maryam Bibi, thanks for joining us on the 8 for 52 podcast.
Thank you. Thank you, Buschy.
More exciting cricket action coming up. Let's check out who plays who next. Okay, time to look at the upcoming fixtures. And as we're going to do a podcast next week, Atif, we only have to do one weekend's fixtures. How exciting.
Very exciting.
Let's start on Friday, and it's the All-Stars right here at Mission Road.
Yes, so Jets are playing against Buschy Stars. It's a 3-match series.
Yeah, so they play each other on a Friday and on a Saturday and then on a Sunday, all in the afternoon from 1:30 p.m. Instead of like, because we've seen the teams, they're pretty evenly matched. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. So for the tipping's sake, you pick one side and I'll pick the other.
Yes, let's go for it. I've seen a few names in the team, and I think one's a batting heavy team, one's a bowling heavy team. So being a bowler, I'm gonna pick a bowling heavy team, which is the Buschy Stars, led by Maryam Bibi.
Wow, of course, you got to go with our in the dugout guest for sure. Which means I can't, so I'll be going by the team that is led by the captain, Natasha Miles, and the Jade Jets. I'm going batting heavy. I'm going to call lots of 4s and 6s over the 3 days as we broadcast that live. Okay, let's move on to some Saturday games.
Yes, we shall. And first up is Nomads playing against USRC Lions at their home ground up the hills.
Yeah. Nomads.
Yeah, Nomads.
Okay. Right. That's easy. Now, let's have a look at the Tartars versus this is tough. The Diaspora Little Saiwan Sky Warriors at KCC.
And I've not jumped off either of their trains so far this season. So I have to jump off one train. And some people are not going to like this, but I'm jumping off the Tartars train.
Yeah. Well, they did have a loss in those results we read out. The Sky Warriors are very strong. I'm going for the Tartars to have an upset here. Okay. Home side, you can do it, Tartars. Get it done.
Yeah, I won't be mad about that, but just picking the Sky Warriors on this one.
Okay. Right, let's go to GDB. And The Pilots up against the one-winning Centaurs. Kai-Tak versus Centaurs.
Kai-Tak, flying, and that's who am I picking.
As I said in the results, I now live in Kai-Tak, so I will be picking Kai-Tak every single time. Also on Saturday at Camp 10, the Diaspora Little Saiwan Strikers up against the IC All-Stars. Now, of all the India Club teams, I feel like the All-Stars have struggled the most.
Yes.
The Strikers, pretty good, aren't they?
Yes.
They're okay.
Yeah, they've been okay.
I don't know. You go first.
It's coming. I'm going to go All-Star.
I know, you got to go home team. The long drive usually bores the teams into losing anyway. I'll go All-Stars as well. Okay, let's move on to Sunday. Two big games in Sunday Elite Division 1. Let's start at HKCC with the Scorps taking on the Diaspora Little Saiwan Tony Turners.
So Scorps been very settled, playing at home, while Tony Turner's winning one week, losing the other. Not being consistent. So I think I'm going to go with the Scorps on this one.
I agree. Scorps to win at home. HKCC seem to win everything at the moment, so I'll go with the Scorps. And then a big one at KCC. It's PAC Elite versus the Templars.
I'm not sure if Atik's going to be fit by then. Looks highly unlikely, so they'll struggle with their bowling department.
Given his hand still in a cast and a brace, I can't see Atik being able to play in that one, which means their bowling stocks will be lower. Yeah. We saw pretty much what would be a Templars team playing in the two-day game. PAC Elite will bring the heat and be definitely upset about losing that Premier League one-day final. So I'm going to go against the home side in this one and pick PAC Elite.
I'm going to do the same. I think PAC are way too strong at the minute. And, they're going to win this one.
Okay, well, that's the upcoming games this weekend here in Hong Kong. It's time for the Crick Buzz Quiz, where you put your cricket knowledge to the ultimate test.
Welcome back to the Crick Buzz Quiz. Before we begin with today's questions, let's have a look at the answers for the last episode. For question 1, it was Rashid Khan from Nepal who took a hat trick in the game against Afghanistan. And for question 2, Team Hong Kong China placed 5th and was named the plate champions of the Hong Kong Sixes 2025. Did you get them right? Moving on to today's quiz. So for question 1, who was named the player of the tournament in the recent bilateral series against Malaysia Women's? And for question 2, who is the new head coach for the Hong Kong China women's team? That's it for today's Crick Buzz Quiz. Share your answers in the comment sections of the 8 for 52 podcast Instagram post or the Cricket Hong Kong China's Facebook post for a chance to win a 20% off voucher for any equipment at Montgomery Sports, thanks to one of our birthday celebrants, Afzal.
Happy birthday to
Who's having a birthday in Hong Kong cricket circles? Find out in the Birthday Bonanza with Jas.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
So a few birthdays to go through this week because we missed out on the episode of last week. So for November 28th, we got Taran Lungani having his birthday. And on the 4th of December, Yasim Murtaza is having his birthday. And on the 7th of December, it was Ravi Nagdev, our COO of Cricket Hong Kong China, having his birthday. And on the 9th of December, it's Kinchit Shah's birthday. And on the 10th of December, we have Atik Iqbal celebrating his birthday. And lastly, on the 12th of December, we have Afzal Haider, who's having his birthday. That's all we have today. Happy birthday, all.
Hi, I'm Azaz Khan from Hong Kong China's Men team. Tune in to the all-new 8452 podcast, driven by Cricket Hong Kong China at CHKC YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you.
So ends episode 6, season 3 of the 8 for 52 podcast. A big one with lots of exciting cricket just gone past and a lot of exciting cricket coming up, team. Let's talk All-Stars. Jazz, you didn't get to go in the tipping, but who are you going to support this long weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday? Balhinia Stars, Jets. I mean, it's a 50-50 choice.
I mean, I haven't seen the squad, so I'll just go for my favorite color, Buschy Stars, pink.
Okay, fair. That's a good way to do it. Look at your shoes. Put your shoes up.
Yay!
Yeah, in the pink. Okay,
That's what
so
I
there you go. Balhinia Stars for...
Left alone there with pink shoes.
Yeah, exactly. This is the Pink Shoes Cool Kids Club and you with your green shoes on the end, just with FOMO. Also, what happened? Birthdays. I want to talk a bit about the birthdays. Obviously, Kinshit Shah just winning not only the Premier League one-day final, but also the two-day Finch's Shield, and now having a birthday. Happy birthday, Kinshit. And also Afzal Hedda, who has very kindly supported the Crick Buzz quiz this week with 20% off. So that's a very happy birthday to you, Afzal. What else we got going on, Atif? Tipping? How are we going? I'm way behind.
We are so bad, Buschy. The last tipping that we have done is horrendous.
Look, I feel like it's a glass half full kind of thing. We tip them. The team that doesn't get tipped by us tends to win. We're inspiring greatness in Hong Kong cricket here. There are teams that are fighting away, they're toiling away, they're like watching the podcast going, ugh, even those two won't tip us. Let's go out there and prove them wrong. And they're doing it week in, week out, and it's all because of us.
What a way to look at it. What a way to look at it. Yes, exactly what he said.
Well, we'll be back here at Mission Road on Friday for the All-Stars broadcasting live on Cricket Hong Kong China YouTube from 1:30 p.m. And then, fingers crossed, we'll be back here on Monday and Sunday recording another episode, the last one of 2025, episode 7.
Yep.
Can we reveal who we're at least trying to get as a guest in the dugout?
We can. I think we are trying to get our new women's head coach, Miss Mamta Maban. And hopefully.
That's going to be a great chat. Former Indian cricket player, now coach, moving here to Hong Kong to look after the women's setup. So that will be after the All-Stars. We've got to get through that weekend, so we better get on with it. And we'll be back next week. From Atif and from Jazz, this is Aaron Bush signing off.
Hit and run, that's how we get it done. Hit and run, that's how we get it. Hit and run, that's how we get it done.
The 8 for 52 podcast is written, produced and published by Aaron Bush, Atif Hussain and Jasmine Zito for Cricket Hong Kong China and Trip Ahead Limited. Copyright 2025.